What's going on, guys? Guru Dan here with another episode of No Sugar Added. Today's topic, online dating. What is it? What is it about? What's going on with it? We're going to jump right into that right after we introduce our co-hosts.
How's it going, guys? This is Claud.
Hey, guys. What's going on? jFabs.
jFabs, Claud. What's going on? Ready for another exciting day of podcasting.
Woo!
Let's do it.
All right, so question one. What is online dating?
The best thing to come out of the 21st century, maybe. It makes it so much easier to find someone nowadays. But no, that is not what it is. That's my definition of it.
It's like being selective with what are you looking for. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, in a way. I mean, everyone's technically right in a way. I mean, online dating, you go there, sign up on a website, you try to find love.
Well,
how it's supposed to be love or relationship in a way.
That's true.
But there's many different definitions of online dating, many different kinds of online dating out there. So let's just stick to the traditional online dating of finding the right partner.
Okay, online. If we're looking at the traditional sense of what online dating is, it's essentially you go online. Before apps, there was just going on websites on the computer, on the internet, and you sign up for this service, and then companies like eHarmony or Match.com would put down the parameters, would give you parameters, you put down what you want of those parameters, and then they'd knock down those choices, down the potential candidates based on those parameters, and then they're like, hey, Ted fits into the parameters. He's this tall, he's that height, he's into these kind of things, you guys have some kind of similarities, you guys should date, and maybe you should, I don't know, send a message saying, hey, Ted, what's up?
Hey, Ted.
Hey, Ted.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's like dating on steroids in some sense. Like, you're honestly getting to be selective of what are you looking for.
Extremely selective.
100%. From the physicality point to the interest. You know, obviously, there's a thousand and one things that everybody thinks that they need to have in common with someone, and it's very selective. But in a sense, it cuts a lot of the fat out of dating in some sense, or it cuts out a lot of time in things that you want to get straight to the point in, where you kind of already know, but it just makes it a little bit more easier, I think, for some.
Yeah, but let's not get it wrong here. Online dating could be very difficult for some people in the same aspect because, you know, you're taking out what's most important about talking to people, you know, seeing body language.
That's exactly...
Talking to them face-to-face.
Exactly, because I was just thinking about, you said it cuts the fat away. I'm not saying that fat is a good thing, but I mean in the dating world, I think before online dating, you had to go through various awkward dates or various failed dates to get a better grasp of who you are and what you're looking for. And I feel like with online dating, with people that just go right into it, they don't get to experience those things. Or maybe they do, but just not at a high quantity like people in the past used to. People in the past used to go on, I don't know, let's just give a number, like 10 bad dates in 1 year. Compared to now, someone will probably find someone from online dating and probably talk to them for like 3, 4, 5 months. You know, they'll have like maybe one bad date in a year, maybe 2.
And I see that, like, you know, with tradition, a lot of stuff when our parents, grandparents, in tradition, it was just you came across someone knew someone, or sometimes you just had to muster up the courage and kind of just like throw yourself in there and like,
yeah, for sure,
you know.
And they had those services where you would go to a place and they would match you from there. You list a bunch of questions. They would find a match for you.
Yeah.
And then there was also like a video service type of thing. You actually sit there, you do a video about yourself, you talk about yourself, and then
I've seen that in a movie once.
And stuff like those are real things 100%. Too. And you know what? There's pros and cons for online dating versus.
It's so true.
Things,
but I mean, now that like we're that first question, like what is online dating? The best way to sum it up after all we've been talking about is it's extremely selective dating. That's it. It's selective dating. Yeah. There is no natural process to it. It's just selective dating based on your parameters of what you want in a partner or what you're looking for in companionship in any form. And then you get to test trial it. But unfortunately, compared to normal dating where there is no online dating at all, like back in the past, a couple of years ago, people would have to do what's the word I'm looking for? The the trial and error a lot more to figure out what they really want.
What I would also say too with online dating, it's almost like having like this, what is it? That one-way mirror. It's like almost having a one-way mirror in some sense, and you can kind of see one way through, but like the other side can't really see you. But it's not like, but it's because they don't know you're looking at them in some sense. You get to be selective in a sense where like, okay, I can see 1, I can see 2, I can see 3, I can see 4. But the other end is just there in some sense. You know what I mean? You get to really be you get to pick in some sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, and another thing about what the dating without the online dating that wasn't here is that first impressions. Like if someone sees you on the sidewalk, first impression always counts. So you're always leaving your house looking good as best as possible because
Exactly.
you never know who you're gonna walk into.
What I could say too, especially with like older, like obviously our parents or someone, our grandparents. A lot of them, even most of the time, whether they believe in religion or fate, like, oh, that person had to come across my path in some sense, and that's why we kind of just ended up together in some sense,
Oh, actually, yeah, there you go.
Fate, some people believe in fate. Fate's
that's
a big
another
thing
thing
in some
about
sense.
online dating, actually. It's selective,
Yeah.
but also takes away from the chance of meeting people. Like, you've probably heard those stories, like, oh, it was by fate. I was just walking, and out of nowhere, this man just bumped into me and spilled his coffee, and then he offered to clean up my dress at the dry cleaners. Boom, there.
How many movies I feel like everyone can name a handful of movies where something like that happens? You know what I mean?
Every romance movie possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with online dating, that kind of scenario is slowly getting taken away because it's based on selective dating.
Yeah.
You're already pre-planning, like, hey, how about we meet at this pizzeria?
It's unfortunate, but it is technically the future. So
The internet has really changed the game.
soon you'll be doing VR dating.
Oh, sweet Jesus, please no.
But yeah, I think for the most part that sums up what is online dating. in a
Selective
sense.
dating.
And then as we progress into the topics tonight, we'll definitely know a lot more about online dating. So I guess the next thing that we are going to jump into the different kinds of sites that we can see online, which there are a ton of.
I was waiting for this topic.
So what sites, themes have you guys seen?
Farmers.com. I'm sorry, but that's the one that hits me the most.
You know what? And I think you would be a good fit for that one.
Flannels.
Flannels
What
and
did I call it?
pla-
Episode 1? Picnic shirts?
So you're going to be the brawny man, a photo on the farmer dating site. You won.
I remember my earliest recollection of Farmers.com was 2012, I believe, when we were at a hookah bar and we were just chilling, and then we see on a big TV an ad for Farmers.com, like, this can't be real. And then, you know what? I looked it online, like, oh, man, it's real.
It's definitely 100% real.
Yes, but there are various amounts of websites that all pinpoint certain aspects that people are looking for. There's ones based on religion, such as JDate, JDate.com, Christian Mingle.
Match.
No, I mean religion based.
Oh, religion based.
There's a couple more. I don't remember their names, but there's one for almost every religion you could possibly think of, and then there's ones based for certain occupations, like farmers.com. There's also one based for people that are business attire. I forget what that one was. And then you have your general sites like Match.com, eHarmony.
There's other theme ones out there. I did some
like
research on other kinds of things. I saw SugarDaddy.com, you know.
Oh.
I seen ones like our positive singles.
Positive singles? What the hell is it?
Sexually transmitted.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, Geeks to Geeks for the geeks.
Oh,
you know?
God.
There's a bunch of them, like so many. Darwin dating.
Darwin? Oh, please, bro, elaborate. I need to know. What's this?
The website is for beautiful singles. It's the website asks if you're sick of dating websites filled with ugly, unattractive.
Oh, I get what it means by Darwin. Oh no, that's
Selective.
terrible. Yo, that is super selective.
So there's a lot. Oh, I saw one that was for vampire passion. If you have a passion for blood.
Damn, bro, there's
for the scene of the
some weird ass
vampire.
websites out there.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I could go on with these lists.
Hold on, that Darwin one is just really. I'm gonna guess you have to like prove that you're beautiful, right?
Yeah, you do. Once you submit your application, it has to go through approval.
Oh my god, I can never look at some beautiful woman like normally now I'm like, you and that man that's very good looking. I bet you guys met at Darwin.com.
I know jFabs' new goal is to get into the website.
Oh no!
So many different kinds of online dating these days.
They have to hit every niche. They have to hit every market. They have to hit every single possible parameter anyone's really looking at. But I think out of the ones that we've all talked about, I think the ones that get the most hits are the religious ones. Christian Mingle's huge.
Christian Mingle's huge, but I
Huge.
think the General and Match and eHarmony are the top 2 dating sites.
Yeah.
No, for sure. From the statistics I was reading, those are the top 2s. I'm surprised. These websites cost like $50 a month too. Like it's
$50 a month.
Yeah.
God damn, yo, $50 a month to find love.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which doesn't even happen most of the time.
oof.
Yeah, so I think I'll save that pocket change there and save for something else. So now we're gonna jump into a big debate here, which is gonna be online dating with websites versus apps.
The apps.
So we're talking about like eHarmony, Match versus Tinder, Grindr.
I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking of the apps. Yeah, the apps. I find the apps more funny only for the fact how they've evolved. In the beginning, let's all look at it let's all talk about the one that we all know in the beginning. Tinder was like the true first dating app that came out.
Yes.
Okay, and it was how it was published or how it was pushed around was, hey, you want to find love? Use our website. It uses an algorithm. We'll give you proximity. It'll show you these people with their interests and their ages and whatever, pictures of their face. You swipe left for no?
Left for no, right is for yes.
Okay, yeah. Left for no, right for yes. And if another person does the same to you, right, swipes right to you, you guys get a match, and then you talk if you want to. But how it's evolved from you're going to find your partner to you just found your one-night stand. You just found your 3-month fuck buddy. To me, I find that hilarious because I used to use Tinder like when it first came out. In my whole years, as I like to call them.
Were you successful?
Yeah, I was actually. I was. My whole years were successful years. But
Awesome.
Dan,
I joined at the Tinder game late. I got so many bots. It was unbelievable how many bots.
Bots.
Oh my god! And I stopped using it after that.
Yeah, but you know what? When the bots became an issue, other apps started popping up. Bumble. Bumble. Oh, Plenty of Fish. And FYI to the audience, I used to be in the military, and Plenty of Fish, or POF, or even some people called it Puffy Puffy for some reason. I don't understand why they called it Puffy Puffy.
Okay.
That used to be the website for any military personnel. I don't know why. They just love that shit. Too many weird stories I've heard from people like, yeah, I just met this girl on Plenty of Fish. She did this, and then they're like, okay, one-night stand. And that's what I'm seeing now. A lot of these online apps are just for one-night stands.
I've seen a successful marriage come out of POF. I said that last week. If you.
Oh yes, I do recall. You do recall.
Yeah, they're happily married right now. So there's some success.
Some just match it out, but most are just like waste my time. 2018.
See, the big problem between these apps versus websites is the information that's being stored. Like when you go to these apps, like Tinder versus Match, let's say, like you're putting in your stuff in your profile, your bio. Tinder doesn't require much. It's a very, very short 1 line, 2 lines. Where Match, they want you to be more detailed about yourself.
Yeah, you put like your interests and whatnot.
And most apps do that. They don't require any information. So how is a person that's looking for someone going to really find anyone without very much information about that person? Because when you're on a dating website, you're reading their bio before anything, correct?
Yeah,
of course. So how does that work out if you're not going to be able to know?
Yeah, because even for any algorithm to work, or at least if you're looking for a better match, you need more information. You need more data. So when you have more data, obviously you can find more matches.
Yeah.
On the app side, I don't think it's really about their bio. I think it's more like, oh, she's hot.
Yeah, that's
She's
pretty
hot.
much it because
She's
it's
hot.
the swipe system.
Who has really ever gone on to the bio in a Tinder and looked at their actual bio?
I've read a couple of bios.
A couple?
Yeah.
Like, let's say out of 1,000 pictures, how many bios are you really going to read?
2.
2? And then everything else is based on how they look, right?
But it makes me sound like an asshole, But it's just the way these apps are these days because no one writes bios anymore inside the apps.
Yeah, recall those like little mini introductions, I guess you could say, in Tinder or any of those apps are more like just like put anything that you feel like describes yourself. Like I know a lot of people will put like some cool, not cool, what's the word? Like some funny, sarcastic lyric maybe. And they'll show like, hey, I'm sarcastic and funny like that. And then some people find that attractive and some people will be like, I don't get it. What's that mean?
Yeah, I mean, the one good thing, I guess, that comes out of slide apps is basically if you slide right or left, let's say you slide left, or sorry, you slide right saying yes to all these people, but they all say no to you. There is no line of rejection because you're being rejected.
Exactly.
You're not putting yourself out there with a first message. So I guess that's probably the only positive thing for people that can't handle rejection.
I guess. Hold on, quick question on that one. Okay, obviously right for yes, left for no. Do you guys think it would be a lot easier if it was up for yes and down for no?
There's just been a debate for a long time now.
Has it really?
Really?
Yeah, like
I never knew that.
People that were complaining like up and down versus left and right. It don't really make a difference. I mean, left and right I think is easier in a way because the way your hand is positioned.
Yeah, exactly. When you're holding the phone.
So,
you think that's why they made it left and right because of the phone?
Like, yeah, it's just the easier hand position.
I don't know. I just feel like the way I see it, up is always yes and down is always going to be a no.
Because think about it, you hold your phone, swiping down brings on your taskbar of your phone, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So leave
Yeah,
it left,
okay.
leave it left, right. It's easier. Well, are you getting finger cramps over here?
No. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. And, like, because honestly, if it was me, it would be a left for yes and a right for no. Because I'd be saying no to a lot of people. And it's just more easier to be like, no. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Come on, jFabs, I didn't hear much.
Well, if I could jump
here.
in, I guess it was what you were saying before, how what you were saying about the whole like you don't have to meet them. Well, what were you saying? You reference back to what you were saying again about how
you don't have to face rejection as easily or as much. Actually,
I think that's how do I say it? I think you need to go into that fear, and you need to be able to go through that, and then come out the other end with an understanding of what it takes to have the courage to talk to somebody face to face. I think that this whole like Tinder or these online dating apps, you don't really get that. You don't break through that barrier of your own personal self to really understand like what it takes to talk to somebody. There's no how do I say it? There's no risk. There's no risk. There's no reward. So in the same sense, like if you're just able to swipe left, right, or online, all these different things, then what are you risking? You're not risking anything. So I think it's
true.
How do I say it? It's not really the reward is not as much as it would be because the risk is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? In some sense.
But in the end of the day, it's phone apps for hookups.
Oh yeah,
websites like eHarmony and Match are for
it's so fucking true.
Trying to get something. Involved.
You know what's a perfect example of that one? Grindr. You know, my sister. No. You know my sister's friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know some of them.
Oh no! You know which one I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He uses Grindr a lot, and I remember one time I had a conversation with him about Grindr, and he told me like that Grindr is the one app definitely that it's just for a hit it and quit it. There's no such thing as finding love on Grindr. Grindr is like the epitome of what dating apps really are, just a hit and quit it place, not for love. And after he told me that, I was like, huh. And then I asked a couple other friends of mine who also use Grindr, and they practically said the same thing. Grindr is a no holds bar, hit it and quit it. It's not meant for love. Love, go find out there on your own. Grindr is just like
So it's understood to the community of people who use the apps that is
that's what it's there for.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a hit it and quit it or a waste my time for 3 or 4 months kind of thing.
Okay.
So you know a lot of people use Grindr?
All in total 7.
Have you used it before?
No.
Okay. So yeah, no, I mean that's a pretty much sums it up. Like, I don't know, I don't really see a point in using the apps if you're actually looking for something. But if you want someone for the night, hit up Tinder.
Tinder or Bumble or Soul Swipe or even Plenty of Fish.
I mean, I want to know how you know about most of these weird sounding apps.
Okay, easy. Bumble, one of my friends uses it. Soul Swipe, I listened on to Hot 97. They had this segment where they get 2 people who use Soul Swipe and their date didn't work out so well, and one of them ghosted the others, and then they confront them. They put them together on the radio, hence why I know about Soul Swipe. And then Plenty of Fish because of my time in the military.
Yeah, I know about PLF. PLF is actually a really big app right now.
Yeah.
So that's a good one, but definitely apps are definitely fooling around type.
Sounds like it.
Does anyone else have anything to add about this subject before we move on to the big bosses?
No, I think you hit it, the nail on the head, or the head on the nail. Nail on the head.
The nail on the head.
Yeah, my bad. I'm not good with sayings at all. If you want to find love, or if you want to find like a committed partner, or just like actual companionship, use a website. That's what it's meant for. If you want to find a hit it or quit it, or waste my time for 3 or 4 months, by all means, use an app. But then, like you said, of a couple who use Plenty of Fish and are actually now happily married.
But Plenty of Fish is also a online website as well.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
it's actually gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show, though, there is that one rarity where you use an app and, hey, you find love, you get married. But then again, you really have to think of, like, what are the chances? Like, out of every 100 couples that get matched on, like, Tinder or Plenty of Fish or Bumble or Soul Swipe, what is the percentage of one of those couples getting married or making it past the average 3 to 4 months of wasting my time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Guess
guess
you wonder.
it's run away. Yeah.
Where are the numbers, bro?
Well, that's one thing.
Scientists
I don't have.
need to get together.
Or the
They need to-
statistics on.
They need to crunch these numbers, get me statistics, so we can bring some statistics in this episode.
All right, so let's jump into the big 3 here. We're going to start. We have so when it comes to online dating, like Match, eHarmony, we have to deal with some stuff. One of the biggest things is your bio, your photo, and the first message you're going to send to a person. So we're going to start off with what belongs in your bio, because that is one of the biggest things. So if you're on a real serious website, it's going to be the first thing anyone reads. So we're gonna jump into the bio here.
Hold on, I just want to point out, I just saw how big your hair is, man. You need a haircut.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, a cockatoo over
A
here.
haircut. It is a disaster right now. But so back to the conversation here. What would John Claud put in his bio? Let me hear some information.
My bio. I think my bio would probably say something like, I like being physical in the aspect of I like physical activities.
Yeah, physical
straight to the
activities.
Well, no. I think it'd be anything like my Instagram bio. Wine lover, food lover, loves the gym and any physical activity that involves just strenuous activity like running and whatnot. I love cats.
Long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach. I like dogs. And I don't know, if any girl is into that, then by all means.
He also loves Hellraiser.
Yes.
A quick FYI, I'm absolutely horrified by Hellraiser. I can't even watch one movie without getting... No. That's nightmare juice, bro. That's nightmare juice.
He will not save you from bugs either, so
That's
put that in your bio.
No, hold on. 4 days ago, I smashed a spider in my car. No, it wasn't 4 days ago. It was a week ago. It was a
Bro,
week ago.
When you panicked in the car because there was a spider in it.
Yeah, but
You
hold on.
pulled
I got
over?
home, and I stayed there for like 4 minutes with the lights on, waiting for the spider to like probably reemerge. He popped up right on my dashboard. Bah! Dead. With my hand.
Spiders are good for the world.
I mean, I cleansed it in hand sanitizer afterwards, but
I'm sorry for any listeners out there.
all right. So we got a brief Claudio bio. So it's jFabs.
jFabs. What would go on a bio of mine? I mean, obviously there are similar interests where Jean-Claude over here would throw out there. Obviously I think it comes down to what are the types of. I think you have to first sit down with yourself and find out what are the kinds of things that you think your other partner, your other significant partner, should have as well in those senses. And I mean, at least for me, I know obviously longevity in life with a certain individual is obviously key. So, in order to sustain longevity, you would expect someone to work out, care enough about their health, also care for the types of foods that they put within their body. So, I think that's another thing. So, working out would be one. Two, also, maintain. You got to maintain yourself. So that'd be nice. What else would I put on a bio? Some nice interests, honestly. Maybe certain things they take passionately. Maybe a hike, or maybe like.
hold on. I'm about to write your bio real quick.
I want a girl who loves hiking.
Hold on.
I like something with a nice view.
I just want
nice
to.
ass.
I just want to point one thing I know that's gonna pop up in your bio, or you might as well put in your bio because if you don't, you're never gonna find the right person.
God damn.
Needs to be willing to try something new like every goddamn week.
Why not?
Because if you guys don't know, jFabs here, he gets bored easily.
Doing the same thing twice is
He gets bored easily. Like the girl, like you have like 1 week, cool. You're playing mahjong with, I don't know, the Asian community for all I know. I don't know. And then the next week, you better be prepared to jump out of a plane with him because he just gets that bored.
And you're also going to have to know that you're going to be partnered with a future cat man. He's going to have like 20 cats running around his house.
Meow, 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 meow.
Every cat you love is a bonus point.
Yo,
Towards what?
Towards his love.
Oh, towards his love.
I'm counting.
My man, he loves his cats.
I got my cats, man. Cats are like fam, bro. You know that shit too.
That's true.
Cats is fam.
Hold on. Can I just intervene real quick
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
I decided to do some statistical research.
Oh, you found my profile?
When it came back to when I was talking about like how many people really get married, there's this website called Bustle.com. I think they did like a quick little study on 500 couples based off various dating apps, and they found that 13% of couples get married off of these apps. 13%.
That's not a bad number.
Yeah, 13%. You're looking at what? A little bit over 50. Yeah, a little bit over 50 people are getting married. 50 couples are getting married yearly, or I don't know what the time range is. And then let's see, one more statistic. About a quarter of them only make it to 2 dates. That's it. 2 dates, done. 2 dates and done.
Oh, someone is dressing bad or not saying the right stuff.
Or maybe they just got everything done on the first date. They needed to.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe someone didn't like cats.
That is a downfall.
Yeah. So hold on, let's get back to the topic at hand. Guru Dan,
Yes.
what would be your bio?
Look, I put some thought into this. Like, I've been doing research for this topic for a week now. All right, so I've been jumping into it. All right.
It's crap.
So I think I would want the future partner of mine to know that I value my friends and family. I'll throw some hobbies in there. That I like to cook. Don't say anything. I know you want to jump out. I know you want to.
Jean-Claude wants to chime in.
Yeah, he wants to talk about my pops. My funkos.
No. I want to talk about your penny vodka.
No, we're not gonna talk about
the
penny
penny
vodka.
vodka.
We're not gonna talk about penny vodka. That was a trial batch.
A trial badge.
Trial batch.
Oh man, bro, you got Tara practically drunk off of that.
Good. And that was the plan. Sorry, Tara. But have you tasted my slow cooked ribs?
Your Soko grapes?
My slow cooked ribs?
Slow cooked ribs.
Not gribs. Ribs.
Ribs. I didn't say ribs.
Listen, I've tasted them. They're good
No, I like
for
it.
the first couple bites, but then I just get like, okay.
All right, we have Emerald over
You
here.
believe this? You believe this? All right, Chef Ramsay. Like, fuck. All right, so
I just said we have a good barbecue spot here in
how
town.
I like to cook, how I like to go on some adventures. You know, how I'm very family orientated, which I guess for the most part I am in certain aspects. I go to all my family parties.
It's true. He always tags himself on Facebook.
Any bar mitzvahs?
No, man, I'm not Jewish.
Oh, come on. We know you
I'm
are.
not Jewish.
By association.
That I like to go to the movies with jFabs and
And the crew?
hold his hand.
You gonna put that in your bio? That's terrible.
That I'm open-minded, and I'm a sucker for a great smile and a sense of humor, like Mr. T.
Yo, you are so cheesy. Oh yeah, just so everyone knows, we have a non-speaking guest star over here.
He's listening over
An
here.
anonymous
playing some
guest.
video
An
games.
anonymous guest who has much experience with
Tinder.
dating apps and whatnot, and its uses of waste my time for various months. We're just gonna call him Mr. T. He's not gonna talk, but he's gonna nod at us and laugh at what we say when it's true.
Right before we went on, we had the pleasure of hearing his experiences in the dating apps
And
that we know.
And it's exactly what we have talked about. If you're looking for someone to waste your time, or you just want a quick...
Like for Mr. T on Tinder.
Mr. T knows the apps.
So let's go back to what should be in your bio here.
you were talking about your bio.
No, I'm not going to talk about mine anymore. You know, mine's too good. You know, ladies are going to fall in love right now. You know.
A sucker for a nice smile. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
man, I love a smile.
No, that's
That's
true.
a
I
pain
agree.
dropper.
I agree. Call a nice smile, and I don't know. To me, a nice smile and a laugh is more than enough.
So, when making a bio, that can be very tough. Definitely, when talking about yourself, it is a very tough subject to talk about. So, Claudio, if you need one, ask Josh. Josh can help you make one. Sometimes your friends know better than yourself. Oh shit, I'm recording. All right, so we got that out of the way. My bio's done. We're not gonna talk about that no more. So let's jump back into what should be in a bio, because writing a bio could be very difficult for people. It's very hard to talk about yourself,
It's definitely true.
and so let's jump into it. You know, if you're having problems, you can always ask a friend. Claudio, ask jFabs. Maybe he can help you with your bio. What would you throw in his bio?
What would I throw in his bio?
Damn it, Claudio, just stick with your... all right, so that's enough with my profile here. Now we're going to jump back into what should be in a bio. Everyone knows that writing a bio about yourself could be pretty difficult for most people.
That's definitely true.
It is hard to write about yourself. So most cases like that, you can always have a friend do it. John Claude, maybe jFabs can help you write yours. What would you put in his...
What would I put in Claudio's bio?
Oh my!
Let's see, Guru Dan. What would I throw back at Jean-Claude's bio? Well, we obviously know he's got 1,000 cats. My man.
Calm down. Not 1,000.
Where you have a backyard full of cats.
I have
like-
2 indoor cats, and then we kind of run a community.
I was just about to say the community.
There you go.
Yeah.
A community means more than 5, by the way, guys.
No, that's not it. A community could be a total of
All right, so
4.
But how many do you have?
he works at a volunteer cat shelter.
I do not work
Oh.
at
In his
okay.
backyard. In his backyard.
That could be Dream Bay right there.
There you go. What else? What else would we put in there?
Let's see.
His love for plaid.
She has to love the plaid.
If she wears
true.
plaid, that's bonus points.
1,000 points.
It's true. Love plaid.
And a power lifter. My man's always been talking about powerlifting. So
I've never talked about powerlifting.
CrossFit.
oh, excuse me. I got the 2 messed up. But yeah, CrossFit. Over
Jesus
here.
Christ, this guy calls himself a
If
lifter.
you like to Netflix and binge,
Oh, yeah. Yo, if you like to Netflix and binge, Hulu and binge, Amazon Prime and binge, let me know.
by the way, we are not sponsored affiliated by any of these. So what else?
Yeah, none of those.
1,001 subscriptions over here. I see, Jean-Claude.
So,
Patience.
what else? This is a very bad profile so far. Like,
let's see. I mean, obviously, he's got a lot of the interest in there. Cats, lift, exercising. What else could he?
That sounds like the most boring, generic thing I've ever heard in my life.
So, for you, Claude, Jean-Claude, for you, Jean-Claude, we would we'll take out the. Can you shut the fuck up? I just sent it over so I can edit it out. Now I gotta fucking do that again.
Yo,
so
it's so fucking simple, bro.
All right. So unfortunately, there, Jean-Claude, don't ask your friends for help because they obviously are going to give you a pretty bad profile already.
You know who you should when you need help writing a profile, I think you should honestly ask the opposite sex. Hold on, hear me out. You're looking for women. You're looking for women, okay? At least in our what we're looking for. You know, we're heterosexual men. We look for women. If I want to put down something that sounds and looks appealing towards another woman that I'm looking for, why not ask, I don't know, a female best friend, hey, what should I put down that might, catch their eye? I feel like they'll know exactly what they want to look for. Or the girl, they know the generics. Like, okay, you know what? A girl wants to hear that you're into travel, that you're into culture, or you're into this, and that. Okay, are you into it? If you are, then guess what? Write it down. If you're not, don't write it down. And I feel like if a girl is doing the same thing, if she's looking for a guy, guys, she asks a best male friend, he's going to give her the same type of advice. Like, oh, are you wholesome? Do you enjoy family? Yes, you should write that down because men look for that.
That's not a bad idea. Opposite sex.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, even too, like, I feel like it's Instagram sounds a lot like these pictures. Pictures show so much about someone, and I think when you easily look up somebody, where do you go? You kind of look at their Instagram, don't you? It kind of shows a little bit of...
Where did Instagram come from? Online dating bio?
Pictures?
We're not talking about pictures, we're talking about bios.
What does Instagram have to do with the bio of a dating website?
No, bro, we're going to get to the pictures eventually.
The pictures are next, my man.
I think I want to get to the pictures already, that's why.
Let's stay on topic. So, real quick rundown of bio. List some lobbies, obvious.
List what you're about. Because you know what? I've seen a lot of people's bios out there, just on anything in general, like a bio on like their page about themselves or whatever. It talks about them, like did they struggle to get where they are now, to their success? Are they looking for someone who's willing to go through the same struggle to get into a higher level of success?
Yep. Also, stay positive. Be honest.
Exactly. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is put a lie and then forget about the lie, and then
want to start off with a lie.
And then the person finds out like, oh yeah, don't you love wolves? Like, what? Like, yeah, you had that in your bio. Like, yo, I'm allergic to wolves. Like, yo, you lied. I know it's such a weird thing, wolves.
And of course, update it regularly because things change often. Another thing, just got to keep on top of it.
It's true.
They are companies that will write a bio for you. You just give them brief details about yourself, and they'll make you a masterpiece.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then obviously the number one thing, check your grammar, because that is a big thing. A big thing that could.
Yeah, know where to put your punctuations because I'm terrible with that.
Yeah, download Grammarly. So I'm pretty sure that covers bio. We had quite a bit of a conversation about bio there. And now we can jump into something that's not photos because we don't want to give jFabs satisfaction yet. No, I'm just kidding. The next thing is photos, which is very important. The photos that you do.
Yeah, especially nowadays. In the world we live in now where everyone's taking pictures at any second of the day within 24 hours, there's millions of people, their photos are their phones are snapping some kind of photo of themselves or what they're doing at the current moment.
Yeah.
Nowadays in our society, we live in a society that's basically revolving around pictures. So what you put on that picture, it says a lot. It's a first impression. First of all.
And the kind of pictures that you're posting are very important as well. jFabs, what kind of pictures would you post as your profile?
What I would jump into right there is, it reminds me, I don't know if it's like about a year ago. Is it? I think there's a website called photofeeler.com, and it's actually, you see how others see you. I'm actually on the site right now with the world's #1 photo testing tool. I'm reading it right off.
All right, let's not promote other
I'm reading it right
here.
off. No, I'm not even self-promoting, but it's like what it is. It's like before, okay, like kind of like what Jean-Claude was saying about how like the, females are a good source of telling you what your photos or what your bio, what you guys were referencing to before, but what your photo says about you and what's within the photo. And on this photo feeler, photofeeler.com, it's such a good testing. It's such a good testing place where you can upload your images, and then you have other individuals actually reference like what are they seeing, and they look at your photo and they tell you like, let's see. It says like, okay, and then it puts a word like business. Business is the actual topic, and then it says like, what are the percentages of like. Is it competent? Is it likable?
That looks really familiar. I think I've seen something like that before.
Yeah, it's honestly. I mean, I've used it before, and a lot of times people they critique you to the T. If your photo's too close, they actually tell you like, no, that photo's too close, or that photo's too far, or there's something in the background that's taken away from you, the actual image itself, or they critique it to the point where it's obviously it's up to you, the user, to decide if you want to use it, whether a profile or whatever, or an interview job or anything to that nature, to your own personal interest. But it lets other people tell you their opinions on what your photo looks like, you know. And I think that's key too. And then you upload it already prepped and ready. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay, and back to the question: what kind of photos would you put on your profile?
What would I put on my profile? Well, first I'd run it through photofeeler.com. Not that I'm being, not that I'm trying to get advertisement time from them, but what would I put? Obviously, some activities. You know, obviously certain activities that you like to do.
Like what? Please do tell.
Frisbee?
Enlighten.
Bro, we haven't played in like 2
I need
years.
Some detailed pictures. Are you going to be sitting on top of a sun?
On the what?
My ass would be on fire.
What kind of photos we talking about?
Are you gonna add some Photoshop in this? Like,
it's got to be hiking and those sceneries. Oof, hell yeah!
All right.
No.
Claud, what kind of photos did you throw in there?
You know what? Honestly, I don't like taking photos like of me personally, like looking at the camera. I'm not a fan of looking at the camera. I am a fan of candid photos. You know. Honestly, my friends catch better photos of me than I will ever catch of myself. Why? Because I do not like taking selfies. I do not like looking at cameras. I'm not a fan of looking at them and smiling. Just not a fan. It has to be a natural smile. So I feel like, you know, a candid photo of me lifting, you know, at the gym, or a candid photo of me just laughing at some joke or something like that, or a candid photo of me just like when we went to Brussels. You caught that picture of me just looking at the wine bottle. Yeah, because that's true love right there. To the wine bottle, it's a candid shot. You know, I had no idea.
Quite a few good ones from there.
I had no idea. A candid shot to me is the best thing because it shows your true self. I feel like people who just like post up selfies, that's cool and all, but that's like so planned. But candid shot to me is like the best thing in the world. That's the kind of photo I'd have, at least.
Yeah, it's a nice photo. Nice photo.
What about you? What about you, Guru Dan?
Where sites actually, in a way, encourage you to upload at least 5 photos.
Oh, really?
Where one of just you smiling, one with you with a family member to show that you're family oriented, one doing an activity, one with maybe a friend or two, not a big group. And if you're doing a big group, you got to specify where you are. And
I'm taking notes, by the way.
and they say to do one with your pet, if anything.
Yeah, I got 7 of them. Let's go.
So a lot of big things is make sure you have a natural smile, because nothing is more beautiful than a natural smile.
Hence candid photos, because you're catching the smile as it really is happening.
Another thing is a full body shot, which would be pretty important for the person that's looking.
Catch me at the gym.
And then add photos of yourself with limited photos with friends. Limited as in not too many.
Okay, guys, you guys are not allowed in the photos anymore.
Obviously, make sure you're happy.
Always.
Photos of family show that you could be a family person, which is important to most people. Like for me, family oriented is pretty big on my list.
I just want to point out, I talked to your mom like 2 or 3 days ago when she was at work. She's like, Guru Dan only comes out for food.
The Guru Dan, what? Wait, where did she even know my name?
Well, no, I'm adding your name into it. She's like, Guru Dan only comes up for one thing, like what? Food.
No, that's false.
We never see him in the house.
I was talking to her today. I was saying hello, and I told me to get the hell out of here. So I went back in my cave. So as I said before, photo with the animal. With your animal, not a animal, your animal, not someone else's
I'm
animal.
gonna just find a random possum, like try to smile next.
Bro, you're gonna go in your backyard. You're gonna
Well,
go in
they're
your
cute.
backyard. You're gonna lay down and take a picture of your strays.
Meow meow.
Better look cute as fuck.
And an active photo, as we were talking about before, and maybe playing ultimate frisbee, throwing that frisbee long.
Again, we have not played in almost 2 years. What is this ultimate frisbee you're talking about?
And most important, a recent photo of yourself.
Oh God, I hate those.
Not a photo of 2 years ago, a year ago. Recent as in like maybe 6 months, I would say. Back then.
That's recent to you?
I mean, 6 months is pretty.
Bro,
recent.
I thought recent's like
2 months.
2 months. Yo, to me, recent is like a month.
I don't really take pictures that much, like
because I look very different when I get a haircut and I shape up my beard. I look completely different from what I look now, or what I'm gonna look like in a week.
Of what you do the most. Do you shape your beard the most? I take a picture of your beard shape though. There you go.
Recent. Yeah, recent is a month.
So,
like when a kid goes missing, you want the most recent photo. Not 6 months, not 2 months, not 3 months.
Well, we just became a missing child podcast now.
A kid is still growing though. In 6 months, it's a huge difference compared to
exactly. I want 1 month is recent.
Yeah, but we don't really change as adults that much. We get fatter, our hair grows,
not
but
much.
we might lose a couple of teeth. Well, who knows?
I'm thinking of 6 months of weight gain right now. Actually, that could turn the tide.
So photos are definitely an important part of your profile. That pretty much covers the photo aspect. I know jFabs was wanting the photos so much, but he didn't have much to say about some website he was promoting.
You know what? Let's get into photos a little bit more. Actually, think about it. When people use these Tinder places and whatnot, they only get like a small little window of what the person's about, but they get a full name. And so, what's their next step? Facebook stalk, Instagram stalk. Twitter? I don't use Twitter, so I wouldn't know what the fuck it's all about. No. There's no pictures on Twitter, right?
There's no what?
Pictures?
There's pictures.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Okay, then Twitter, stalk. I don't know. Whatever kind of, the big 3 social medias, they stalk them on those social medias. And then when they get to Instagram, obviously, because that's what Instagram is, just a big photo book of yourself. It's photos aplenty, so I guess based on the photos you have on your Instagram,
over like 5,000 pictures on Facebook, so.
So based on the pictures you have on your Instagram, I guess that's got to say a lot about you towards that person.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Everything you have on there, I mean, it's how you want to be portrayed. That's why you uploaded those images to Instagram. So the way that you want to be portrayed is already there. Whether you want to throw some quotes on there, or whether you throw some activities, or it's everything. Your family and everything is on there. I mean, I think Instagram's great, to be honest. To really see what types of activities someone does.
But your Instagram really, or your Facebook, when it comes to online dating, doesn't really appear much. You don't really share your social media aspect with someone that you haven't met yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet. But I mean, all you need is a name and a location, and they kind of look for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, like like you said, the websites they ask for like 5 pictures, specific pictures. Like one by yourself, one.
Well, it doesn't have to be like those are more like tips on what kind of pictures that they give.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though, like you go on these sites and then you put down your pictures, but guess what? All they need is to find your name and then go on Instagram if you have one, or Facebook if you have one, and then all those types of pictures that they're looking for are right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I had to say on the topic at hand.
No, you went in there like you had like a million things to say about it.
No, it's because I know you want to talk about Instagram,
No,
so I was
I'll
like,
just
I'm gonna hook you up.
Cut this part out anyways.
That's Instagram right there.
All right, so that's pretty much it for the photos. Very basic. I don't like that one. All right, that's it for photos. So now you know what kind of photos you should have. So go out there and start taking some pictures of yourself and post online.
And then use that app. What's that app? No, what's that website?
Photofeeler.com.
We are not sponsored and affiliated with them in
Yes,
any
we're not
single way.
sponsored. Who cares? For the
Not
people
yet.
out there who need to know where to go. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump in to the most important part of online dating, and that is the first message you are sending to that person,
Woo, man, that's tricky.
which is extremely difficult subject to walk around because you're not going to want to be a basic answer. You're not going to want to do anything a basic question. You're not going to want to do something stupid. I don't want to see hi, how are you?
Oh no.
Weekend, sup.
Oh no.
Hey.
Bro, those are my first 2 lines. Hi.
Well,
How's it going? I
What?
see that you liked me and I liked you.
This is going to be the first thing they're going to see. They're going to open a message. That's the first thing they're going to see. They're not going to see your picture. They're not going to see your bio yet. They're going to see
An icebreaker.
what your first sentence is. And if it says sup, I ain't looking at your bio. I'm going to delete that shit and move on, What?
Speak, man.
No, I thought you said. Wait,
Just go ahead.
Just talk.
I thought you said nigger bio. I was like, nigger bio? I was like, what?
Really? Really? So that's going to be the first thing to see, and they're not going to want to continue looking at who you are with a simple reply.
I don't know. Do you really think, though, that the first... Okay, let's say they look at your bio, they look at your pictures. They're a little interested. Do you really think that your first line is going to be an indication whether they should stay or whether they
Yes.
should go? Really?
Because you say hi.
Yeah, I know.
sup.
It's supposed to give you a first...
Simple,
obviously.
boring. Like, come on. That's not even
Well,
that's
you know
not
what?
even an icebreaker.
I know. I totally understand. Like, if I saw the word... If I was a female and I saw the word sup, it better be on Tinder. It better be on any dating app. It better not be on a dating website. It better not be on Christian Mingle.
Like,
Sup.
There's a difference. We're talking about actual online dating websites, not no Tinder bullshit.
Okay, I know, but you're never gonna hear the word sup on JDate.
You'll be
Sup.
surprised.
Shabbat shalom.
You would be surprised on how often I did a lot of reading on this and a lot of articles. They state that a lot of people start their sentences with "Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? Sup?
Hey, who are
What's
you?"
up?"
Okay, sup, I still don't think so, but everything else you said before that, I believe. Hey, how are you? Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
If we had Lou, it would be, hey, what's goody?
I feel like I'm going to have to be on Jean-Claude's side with
No,
this.
he would say "yerp." He wouldn't say
Yerp.
no, "yerp."
I feel like sup would be like, sup, friend? Sup, homie? Sup?
I don't know. Like, it's like, call me like a simple person, but if a girl, no. Better yet, if I'm looking at a girl's profile and I like the photos and her bio, has already caught my eye, I'm just gonna say, hi, how's it going?
And that's what they say not to do.
Honestly, I just feel like that's the best way. What, you gonna start off with a joke? A random stranger like, hey, 3 guys walking to the bathroom.
You think just like every other guy on a dating website.
I think like a naturalist.
And from what I read, most girls don't reply to "Hey, what's up?" or "Hey, how are you?"
Hence why I don't do online dating. I'd rather meet the person face to face.
They say when you message the person, you should start with a question. Not a compliment on their looks, but like a compliment towards their profile, their hobbies. Example.
Oh, you like rocks too?
Hey.
Rocks too?
No, that's what you meant. You have to compliment. You ask a question while at the same time complimenting their bio. What if the girl really likes rocks? She's a geologist. Oh, you like rocks too?
Well, yeah, I guess that's a start.
I guess that would.
But you obviously have to be smart with the question that you're going to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, you like crystallized rock too?
Like an example, one profile says, "Hey, I've been hiking all around New Jersey," and then, jFabs says, "Oh, hey, so I saw that you like to hike a lot. So have you checked out this trail in Jersey?"
Yeah.
And then she'll reply with, "Oh yeah, I've been there." It's girl, "Oh no, I haven't been there." An example question of a question.
It'll lead to more questions. It'll lead to like, I haven't done that hike. Be like, hey, well, I've been thinking about hitting up that trail next weekend if you're not doing anything and maybe want to grab something to eat afterwards.
Just like that.
Well, obviously.
It would have to build into a conversation.
Yeah.
You go on from there, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Obviously,
That is actually a lot for our first question.
So I found a funny quote online. So I'm gonna read this real quick. They said online dating is like gaming. Writing a message and getting the girl to reply is the final battle with the boss. In order to win, you'll need the knowledge, strength, and skills you acquired so far. And that is true in every aspect of online dating. You don't agree with that? You don't agree with that? Oh, go ahead.
I agree with that quote 100%. But I don't know. I still think that the first message, it is tough. But maybe it's because I'm a simplest and I used Tinder for my whole years. And those are pretty like obvious one-liners like, hey, what are you doing tonight? But if it comes to like real dating, I just rather meet someone in person and just it naturally happen. I can't really think of any complex sentence that would gather a woman's attention. Like, I want to talk to him on a dating website. I can't think of any. It would be hi, and I see that in your profile you love seals. I too love them. Let's talk about seals. I don't know.
Yeah. That's why you got friends like us, Jean-Claude.
So let's break it down real quick. All right. So obviously, step one to making the perfect message is read the bio. All right. Obviously, step one. Find out more about the person and what you have in common with that person.
True.
Step two. All right. And then once you have those steps down, you're ready to pop open that message box. It's time. The Spencer's going on. You're a little nervous. You're taking a couple sips of water because you want to write something, but you're afraid to write it. But then you write something beautiful, and then you delete it because you don't feel like it's good enough.
How long have you been thinking about this for, bro?
All right, so
that's such great detail. Good job.
Golden moment, guys.
So obviously, what we're gonna want to try to do, they say, don't compliment the looks, but compliment the personality.
It's true. You don't want to compliment the looks because then women just are like, oh, okay, he's only in it for the looks.
So then you want to look into detailed questions about the profile. And this will show her or him that you actually read the profile and you took interest in the profile.
Oh, you like pickles? I like pickles too. What kind of pickles do you like?
And, just stay away from the general questions, as I was talking about before. Hi, how are you? What's up?
That's, you know what? That is true. Stay away from the general questions. You want to get to the weird questions first.
No.
I think also, too, though, it shows like you're taking interest in, you're putting in that extra time and effort into
to say what's up?
To say what's up? No, by reading the bio and understanding what they're saying and throwing that in your first message.
Yeah, for sure. They say also to try to stick to one or two questions and not a long list of questions. I mean, that can be overwhelming for some people, or that
I think
might
the questions
look a
come
certain
up
way.
naturally as they start talking.
So stick to 1 or 2 questions that you have, and always obviously make sure spell check. That's a deal breaker to a lot of people. And I found an example online when I was doing some research. An example first. A message. So this example was, "Hi, you sound like a pretty interesting person. So I thought I would give you a shot. I thought I would. Sorry.
You want to read it, bro?
I would shoot you a message. However, have you ever read the Game of Thrones books? Since you like the show, you will probably like those. What kind of fiction do you normally go for, or all kinds?" Question mark.
That's all one question?
That
one
was,
sentence?
That was one sentence. Well, one, I guess, paragraph.
My dude, that's a lot.
And then it says,
Jesus
"Cheers."
Christ.
And then they did a follow-up question underneath that says, "P.S. Does your house have big wraps around porch? Just my opinion, but I think every Victorian house should have one of those. They are awesome." So that is an example from, the first message dating. That's
My
an
only
example
question
of
to
a good
that
one.
example is, what the hell was in her bio for him to talk about Victorian houses?
Unfortunately, they didn't release that information. But I guess maybe she had a picture of a Victorian house on there.
I guess. But I mean, when it comes down to it, the first message, it has to be about the interest. It can't be about the looks. About the looks, you're just saying one thing. I just want you for your looks. I just want you to waste my time. I want just to hit it once for the night. It has to be about the interests that the person puts out. If you're looking for something really long term, you have to hit them on their interests. Simple as that. That's where the meat of the conversation comes from the interests.
100%. During this whole talk of this first time messaging someone, we didn't hear anything from jFabs.
Yeah, bro, you're silent, bro.
We didn't hear one word from you, man.
What's to say in the first message?
What would your first message be? Let me hear something. Throw something at me.
All right,
No?
DJ, spin that shit. Come on.
Let's see. All right. If I'm talking to Dan, Guru Dan,
Ooh.
and what am I going to ask him? You know what I'm going to ask him? If I know him, he loves his pops. And where do you find exclusive pops? At Comic-Con.
Wait, why are you talking about
Oh, well, isn't that what you just
Guru
said?
Dan? No. We're asking what you would say to a female.
Oh, I thought you said, what
First
would
of
I
all,
ask you?
I wouldn't put that I'm a pop collector.
Please don't. That scares people away.
But besides, if you're talking to a girl, don't try to hit on me, my man. I'm sorry. I love you and all, but what would your first message be to a girl that you would like to get to know? Let's give this girl a background.
Oh, but then he has to like the background.
No, we'll do some fucked up shit. We'll do some good stuff and some bad stuff.
Okay, a background. The girl has...
She just came out of rehab 2 years ago.
Damn, bro, I was not going that way at all.
Shit.
I was going like she has a bachelor's in physics and considering a graduate's course.
See, he's building something for me here. You, on the other hand, is building me...
You're setting up for failure.
She enjoys watching sports. She always had the interest of trying them, but haven't gotten around to it.
She didn't make the cut. She's like a third string or fourth string.
Yes, she didn't make the cut because whatever. She likes sports, but she can never play them. That's why she's into other outdoors activities like hunting animals. She's a hunter.
She loves camping.
She likes going out there with her shotgun with her dad on, cold spring mornings into the lake and shooting down ducks.
She enjoys the classical music of Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra.
What kind of girl are we building over here?
A dream girl, apparently.
No, let's...
This is a tough one.
But at the same time, she works hard at her father's accounting firm.
She's also a very loud snorer.
Yeah, and she has a very restrictive diet.
She's very healthy, but she also
She
has
is-
a cigarette or two.
She is everything free.
Oh,
What was that last part?
She smokes a cigarette or two a week.
Oh, she's a cigarette smoker.
And Dan over there is throwing those little needles in there.
We can't give you the perfect girl.
No,
now,
you
like-
can't. You can't. You 100% you can't.
So let's hear your first message to her.
Hot. And she's just a smidge taller than you. Wait, but that's not it. She is like packed, like 6-pack. Because she works out so much.
She's
Actually, you
more
know what's
built than
funny?
you. She's more muscular.
You know the funny part is the person we just described. She actually exists in real life. Most of the things we just described,
Well,
I know a girl just like that.
Sure there is. Well, I don't know about the smoking part, but
No. She's like super intelligent and she's like super ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm like holy crap. And she's like doing better than most people out there in life.
believe it.
So,
So,
Let's hear it.
What's that first message to this person?
Oh, good luck with this one.
And this is a scenario we're playing online dating.
yes.
An online dating situation where I need to throw an intro to this person.
Yeah.
So what's my first line opener? Let's see. My first line opener. I mean, obviously, like some of you guys said, you can't say, you know, some of these generic openers. So let's see if I'm trying to think of a unique first message to someone like that. Ooh.
It's tough.
You
man.
know what? Well, like, I mean, obviously he mentioned the lift part, and obviously the one popular meme. Like,
Did I mention she's a CrossFitter?
I don't know. Is that no good for you, Josh? I know you don't like it too much.
Nah, it's okay.
Uh,
As long as you got a healthy lifestyle. You know, you lift, bro. I don't know. Let me see what else. Man, that's kind of tricky, man. And it's just crazy how much you could overthink something when you're doing online dating and compared to actually in person.
Yeah, because I think people are just trying to want to be that perfect line, you know, that really sparks her interest.
It's like everyone likes on that everyone's like drafting what they should say, and then they kind of just erase everything and try and start all over again, trying to get the most perfect response. But I think the perfect response, it's persistency in some sense, or keeping up a conversation. So I mean, I think your first line is your knock on the door.
yeah.
But I think it's also your follow through. You know, so.
Wait, hold on. Did you answer the original question? What
No,
you?
not yet.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the meat of this sandwich.
What would be my first line opener in a message? Oof. Challenge there.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one.
Been on any hikes lately? No.
No, oh no.
I don't know, man. I'm talking from scratch.
You know what? We're putting you on the spot there because you know what? Most people that actually write their first message take a little while. It could take them a little while to write that message, and we're only giving you like a very short amount of time. So
I'm talking right off the dome.
so I don't blame you too much on that because I would be reading the bio as I'm trying to think of something
Yeah.
to say, you know, but. Sometimes, you know, you're reading the bio, it should come naturally to you like that. Like, oh, we have that much interest for her. Or maybe when her photo speaks to you.
But you know what, too? Just as much as I just shot that off the dome, obviously, right here, that's almost like I said, it's like it's not what your first. Sometimes it's not always what your opener is. It's what your conversation continues to be. You know, but I just think it's a toughie. You know, when you're out there.
Yeah, that's a toughie. We won't make you answer that. That'll be a little hard, for sure. So, basically, all right. So I think that pretty much covers this week's podcast, number 2, online dating, which was I think it was a pretty good topic today. I thought it pretty much, you know, opened up everyone's minds the way on how speed dating works. Would you say?
Speed dating? You mean
Speed
online dating?
Online dating.
It's okay, man. Online dating, online sites, the apps, its pros and cons, what they're really used for, one over the other. You know, if you're looking for a certain something, like long-term companionship, then by all means, go use a website. If you're looking for that 3-month fling, by all means, use an app.
Yeah, for sure. So, jFabs, do you have anything to add before we close out this episode?
I mean, like I think it was a good podcast. You know, I think we saw a lot about online dating. I think we saw even the social norms, how it affects the online dating world and apps, and even some of the things from the past generations on how they approached dating, and what were the obstacles they had to face compared to us, and the fewer obstacles, the person to person obstacles that where we get to avoid in some sense, you know. So I think it shows a big difference in change in time, how things are now. But yeah, I think we had a great podcast.
Yeah, that was very well. So we're gonna end this podcast here, and before we jump into episode 3 topic, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask us about the last couple of podcasts, you can go to nosugaraddedpodcast.com, submit your question there, or you can throw us an email at question@nosugaraddedpodcast.com, or you can find us on Instagram at nosugaraddedpodcast and ask your question there. So, episode 3 will be what makes someone dateable. First impressions.
Impressions.
What we're looking for.
What everyone is looking for. And
I
feel like we should bring a guest speaker, like a female, to get their perspective.
I think we can get that done. I think this is going to be a great topic, because this is pretty big nowadays.
Yeah, I think it's what do they call it? It's the book cover right there. You know, it's a big thing right there.
Yeah.
All right.
So this could be a fun one.
Thank you guys for listening to No Sugar Added podcast number 2. Catch us on our next podcast, which will be in 2 weeks from now. Thank you guys for watching. Guru Dan is out.
Jean-Claude. See you guys.
jFabs signing off.